Zizan akan menjadi pengacara anda pada pagi yang mulia ini. Semua boleh dengar ya? Jadi selamat datang saya ucapkan kepada yang berhormat Prof. Madia Dr. Zalida, Ketua Haji Fakulti Teknologi dan Sains Maklumat, wakil-wakil dari National Instruments, para pensyarah dan pelajar-pelajar tahun akhir kerana sudi meluangkan masa bagi menghadiri program bicara industri National Instruments. Alhamdulillah, bersyukur kita kehadrat ilahi kerana dengan limpah kurnianya dapat kita bersama-sama menghimpun pada pagi ini untuk menyempurnakan majlis ini.
Sekarang majlis mempersilakan Yang Berhormat Prof. Madia Dr. Zalida Osman, Ketua Hejim, untuk memberikan sepatah dua kata sebelum memulakan ceramah kita pada pagi ini. Majlis dengan hormatnya mempersilakan.
Susah payah untuk datang ke KM bersama-sama kita hari ini untuk memberi pencerahan dan juga kepada pelajar apa itu atau bagaimana kita di industri nanti. Saya harap pelajar dapat menggunakan peluang yang ada untuk menambah pengetahuan sebelum anda semua keluar dan juga akan melalui proses bekerja di industri. Dan juga saya berterima kasih kepada pelajar-pelajar kerana walaupun mungkin terpaksa kot terpaksa dalam rela untuk menghadirkan diri dalam acara sebegini. Please it is not a waste of time. This is like an experience for you to communicate to the industry people. The opportunity to ask them how working in the industry. It's really different from you as a student now. Now only like 1 or 2 months kan. You are going out there. It is a really different world from a student world. Student world relax je kan. Nak pergi kelas boleh, tak pergi kelas boleh. Performan pun dapat C je. 70% tak datang, 30% je datang. So it is really different in the real life. When you're going out there only like 1 or 2 months. Mungkin ada yang nak jadi entrepreneur, nak buka business. So it is different. Maybe it's not really different. The challenge is the same. Cabaran itu sama. Daripada seorang pelajar kepada seorang yang terpaksa bekerja untuk mencari nafkah. Duit sendiri bukan pamah. I know maybe you are driving a car. But the car is from the pamah, not from yourself. So no, you have to find by yourself. Okay? So this is not lecture lah. Kan nanti I dah ada pamah kan jadi lecture lah pula So it's only 5 minutes. I will let after this I will let our NI representative to talk about this career and what it is really look like. Okay, thank you.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada Yang Berhormat Prof. Madia Dr. Zalida Osman di atas ucapan beliau sebentar tadi.
Baiklah, bagi meneruskan majlis kita pada hari ini, dijemput BL Ber, iaitu IT Applications Manager, dan Beacon IT Program Analyst, wakil daripada National Instruments, untuk menyampaikan ceramah beliau. Majlis dengan penuh takdirnya mempersilakan.
Boleh?
Dia update window.
Oh, di window? So, macam mana sekarang?
Sekejap.
Sekejap ya, tak lama kan? Tanya juga lah nak update.
Finally, we got everything working. I don't get the impression wrong that stuff in NI is as slow as this. This is due to some technical difficulty that we are facing today. Alright, this is the first time I'm holding a mic talking in the lecture hall. I have never been a lecturer before in my entire life. I hope this is going to be a fun talking session. Before I go ahead and start, I would like to tell you that this session is going to be a very interactive session. Do stop me if you have any questions, or if I talk too fast, or if I talk too slow. Or if you don't understand my English, please raise your hand. I can speak in Malay a bit. I try my very best. Alright, so welcome everybody. A very good morning. Anyone who is still sleepwalking or you are fully awake? So usually in NI when we say good morning, everybody will yell out loud good morning. So one more time. Good morning everybody. Good morning. That's nice. That's nice. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Zalinda and the rest of the prof as well as lecturers of inviting us and giving us the opportunity to talk to you in person, to tell you to introduce to you who are we and what do we do in the industry and share a fair bit of experience of project management. It's not like what you study from the books, how it's theoretically work as project managers or project management work in NI. We did a quite fair bit of tweak on that, and that is what I'm going to share with you. Okay? Alright, this is the agenda for today. Let's see, so you can see. I'll start with some intro that's telling you who are we, what do we do, and tell you what are the opportunities out there. Opportunities mean job. Like what Dr. Zalinda said, you have been in with Parma Sendirian Berhad for such a long while. It's time for you to get up on your own feet and yourself get your income from Sendirian Berhad. That's what we are talking about. That's what I'm telling you, okay? And then next one, I'll start with project management in NI, and then finally, Bikin will talk to you some experience of her being with NI throughout the 4 years with us. Alright, I haven't properly introduced myself. My name is BL Bear. My full name is Biluan Bear. Okay? I graduated from University Malaya. I got my bachelor degree of information technology, minor in management from University Malaya. Okay? And then I did my master's of computer sciences with USM 2 years after I graduated from UM. Okay, and BK is your super senior. I hope you're not too old for me to say that. She graduated from UKM. That's why we get her to talk to you. How does it feel like of being out of UKM and she got her first job with NI? That's why she's here. Okay? Alright. Next slide. Okay. Who has heard about National Instruments? You can be totally honest, that's fine. Do you mind telling me where you get to know National Instruments?
During my diploma in engineering, and when I went to the data sheet and I saw quite many of them is from I.
Thank you. So, this guy, what's her name? Jin Fong get to know National Instruments from his diploma with engineering. So I would say in short, NI had quite a fair bit of footprint from engineering world. I'll tell you why in a short while, okay? So if you look at this, like, we have 60 international branches and the corporate headquarters is in Austin, Texas. Just something for you to take note of. There will be some mystery gift given away. There will be some questions after hearing my so-called not too lecture stuff of discussion sharing. If you get to answer my questions, you will have the gift. Okay, so pay full attention on that. That's how we get your attention all this while, or all the talks that we have done so far. Alright, and then this guy is our founder or CEO of National Instruments. His name is Dr. T. His full name is James Trushard. And he actually started National Instruments in 1976 out of his own home garage. That he actually have or created equipment to help engineers to ease their job, the daily job that they have, right? He has two more working partners with him. One is Jeff Kodowski and another guy is William Nolan. But of course, those two, it's not the CEO. He's This guy is our CEO. All right. And overall, until today, started in 1976, we have 7,000 employees worldwide. Plus, I would say. That's more than 7,000 right now. And more than 2,500 are engineers. Right? Okay. And you get to know some of our products, inshallah. We have more than 10,000 products worldwide that we have produced. Okay? All right. When you hear National Instruments, I think the next question that comes to your mind, besides things that we do, you would like to know how much do we earn 1 year. This is the record revenue that we made. It's $1.24 billion in 2014. I can't give you the revenue of 2015 yet because the year closing is by December this year. Okay, and we have quite a fair bit of diversified customers that we serve over 35,000 companies. We sell to over 35,000 companies. Okay, and this is what I've already mentioned before. We have more than 60 international branches. Okay. All right. Before I actually go in a deep dive of what National Instruments do, let me share with you our mission. This mission never changed since day one of our National Instruments being founded. Okay, our mission is to equip engineers and scientists with tools that accelerate productivity, innovation, and discovery. In short, we are trying to help the talented scientists or engineers out there to perform their job or carry out their job in a more effective way and ease of life for them. Okay? Okay. Now, I had a discussion with one of your lecturers just 10 minutes ago. She asked me, what do we do? This is what do we do. Can anyone tell me, do you understand this? You all are from IT and computer sciences, yeah? Not from engineering? Okay, so what we do is we create integrated systems. Means we sell the hardware and we sell the software to help the engineers to carry out their control. We call it test and measurement control equipment to ease their daily life and help them to increase their productivity. Okay, we sell this, what we call a controller, measurement controller. This is the hardware side of it. And then we have our software integrated onto the hardware that we sell. That's the test and measurement equipment. And then that's the whole package. That's why we call it an integrated platform. The good thing about our product that we sell is you are able to mix and match. You can pull out the card just like your PC, okay, and then you plug it back if you need to do some other stuff. And if you can see this word used by engineers and scientists to test, design, and control. I'll give you a more concrete examples because I already see question marks on top of your head. Okay. All right. I'm here to tell you our typical package that we sell is PXI and serial. Those who are familiar with engineering, I think you know what am I talking about, PXI and serial. But unfortunately, I couldn't get one. Okay. All right. Okay. Lab view. Who has heard about lab view? Can I have a show of hands? That's nice. Okay. If you walk to the engineering faculty now, or you talk to your friends, I'm pretty sure you will hear lab view. Lab view is actually produced by National Instruments. Okay. Today, I can guarantee you, if you walk out from this room, everything that you do not see a stamp of National Instruments at the stuff that you are doing. You have never seen that. Okay? Reason why is we sell products that is actually, like I said, helping engineers and scientists. That's why end users do not see that quite often. Okay? In a very layman term, we produce products that is helping to test our end users' products. For example, if you buy a handphone today, you want your handphone to be durable enough, isn't it? You don't want to dispose your handphone every 3 months or change it every 2 months or so.
in order to produce such a high durability or high flexibility, or maybe performance phones or laptop, you need something to test it, to test the chips before your sellers or manufacturers sell to you. That's where National Instruments comes in. If you go to Intel, the engineers will tell you they know who National Instruments are. Okay? All right. This slide tells you that LabVIEW is actually used, has a wide range of usage. It actually used by kindergarten students as well as right up to this nuclear research center. Okay, so we serve quite a fair bit of wide range of users across the world. Okay, Lego Mindstorm is something that you actually use LabVIEW to control the robotic toy. We have our mentor session. If you want, I think BK, you can cover that. She knows quite a fair bit of that. Lego Mindstorm, no? Okay, so some other teams. They actually cover, they are the mentors that they go to schools and teach students how do they configure LabVIEW to control the robotic toys. Okay, this is a fun piece of it that people like about LabVIEW, I mean, from schooling kids. Okay. All right. Okay. How are we different with the rest of the test and measurement industry in this world? We are less expensive. The product that NI sell is less expensive. And we use less power, less space, more specialized. This is the key thing that when we say more specialized means you can mix and match. Like I said, you can pull out the card and then you plug it in. It's a module and it's an integrated platform. And also, we have the same or better performance compared to test and measurement equipment out there. Okay, and we actually produce quite fast. Means the R&D cycle to produce this is quite fast. That's why we say faster development cycle. Okay. All right. We have quite diversified applications being sold. If you look at the slide, it ranges from telecommunication, automotive, computers, military aerospace, right until textiles industry. None of this one segment of industry is more than 15% of our revenue. So in manufacturing term or MRP term, or ERP term, we call it low volume, high mix. You all study ERP or no? Supply chain? Not sure. Okay, so probably you have heard about that. Okay, it's low volume, high mix. Anybody can tell me what's a good thing about having not more than 15% of revenue out of one segment? Anyone? I'll give away one gift if you're able to pick up my question. Come on, give it a try. No? Because if one segment topples, that means drop dead in the layman term, what would you want National Instruments to do? We are not going to lay off people, isn't it? So if you do not put, we call it, if you do not put all eggs in one basket, then you'll be safe. Because you have some other segments or industries to work on. Okay? It's from a business world of mindset. Okay. Alright, our tools or our applications are widely used in this engineering grand challenges. I'm not going to elaborate more on this. You can get it online, you can check it out. We have already copied the slides here. If you're interested in knowing this, let's go ahead and Google it. Okay, it's a very big organization funded by the US National Science Foundation or something. You can Google it. Okay, these are our customers. I don't want to read out for you one by one because it's a waste of time. You can take a look. I think the most eye-catching one is Intel, Motorola, you know, or every one of them. TV3, it's a bit generation out of date, but they still use our product. We have we serve more than 30,000 companies. Okay, and there are over 90% of the companies are Fortune 500 manufacturing companies. Okay, these are our customers. Okay, long-term view. We believe that it's not only about serving our customers, but we think that we should give back to the society as well. Okay, this one we actually empower engineers and scientists. It means we help them to provide them a cool tool or a nice tool for them to create more innovation to help the society. That's what we do. And also, by creating good tools to them, they have passion in engineering and scientist work. Okay? And also the next thing is when they enjoy their work, it's actually creating a great workplace to the entire society or a community. That's what we are giving back to the society. And the one last thing that is very important is that we are continuously sustaining this environmental friendly division of our how to call it, environmental friendly how will I say this, environmental friendly task to make sure that the society is not overloaded with too many electronic stuff. Okay, and this mission is across 100 years. It never changed. This is a 100-year mission. Okay. All right. Before I move on to Penang, I have a question here. It's a gift to give away today. Anyone can tell me what's the revenue of National Instruments of 2040? Put up your hand, you get the shirt. Okay. That's right. She got the first shirt. All right. Okay. Let's come back to Penang. Okay. This is our office in Penang. Manufacturing plant in Penang. Okay. We have all these departments with us. We have manufacturing and supply chain. This is a factory size. 140,000 square feet. Okay, and capacity is 10 SMT lines. You probably do not know what's the SMT line, but it's a manufacturing floor that you see the big machines around. The capacity is 10 lines. And also we do final assembly, test, calibration, Asian shipping, distribution, etc. We also have R&D department, and we have some shared services as well. Global IT is under shared services. We are from global IT. Okay, we have finance, legal, and we have also our sales force or our sales department. Okay. All right. Why Malaysia? Why not? Why not Singapore? Why not Indo? Why Malaysia? Okay. Here's the reason. It's an investment-friendly environment. It's actually supported by MIDA. We have this, and also Invest Penang and Penang Development Corporation. And there are presence of multinational electronic companies as well for over 30 years. Anyone has been to Penang, Bayan Lepas area? Okay, if you go to Penang, if you go to the spot, we call it Bayan Lepas, that's the manufacturing side of it, you will see a whole stretch of multinational companies. Namely, Intel, Agilent, Motorola, Seagate, you name it, I forgot. I cannot tell you everyone, but we have quite a lot of multinational manufacturer companies there. Okay, and also we have an excellent supply chain infrastructure, means transportation and infrastructure and also buildings and all that, they are all fairly equipped in Bayan Lepas, Penang. Okay, And the very last thing is we have availability of very good talent. People here speak English. I mean, language is not a barrier at all, and we have very talented people in Penang as well as entire Malaysia. Okay. All right. This is IT overview, what we do, and how do we look like. Okay. We actually develop and delivers IT solutions for NI. Means we serve internal customers. We are not an outsourced company. Whatever do is within this company that we are divided into sub areas to support different functional areas. Okay, and we have this IT distributed applications development over 5 locations. I'll talk about that. Where are the 5 locations that you can see? And also we have a reputation of delivering complex business solutions. We just had a very complex business solutions that got deployed 2 weeks back. Sorry, last week. That's what we call O2O project. That was a great big one. And it took about 6 months or a year for completion. That's a global project. It's done from Penang, and then everybody goes to Shanghai for the go live. That's our project. Okay, and also we are very innovative. We continuously serve the company well with a very good approach of technical solutions. Okay, by different methodologies and technology. And finally, we are involved from project initiation to deployment and support. Okay, I'm going to talk in deep dive of project management in a short while of how do we do project management from NI. Okay. All right, IT mission statement. I don't want to read out loud. You just look at yourself. Read out loud yourself. Okay, be more productive to gain competitive advantage. Okay. All right. I think everybody is very curious of where these IT development centers are. The 3 main ones are in Austin, Hungary, and Penang. Okay, if you look at the bullets, the stars, sorry, the yellow stars. And the red ones, that's in Shanghai. On the right hand side, that's in Shanghai. And this one is in Costa Rica. We have offices in Costa Rica as well. And those are for more to infrastructure kind of thing, hardware networking. Of course, Penang, we have networking and infrastructure guys as well. Okay? So remember this, we have 3 big sites. Those are 3 manufacturing sites. Hungary, Austin, as well as Penang. Okay. Alright. There comes something that you might be wondering, what would you do if you join NI? This is the career path that you can see. This is more to programmers, software programmers. Start with entry level, and then you move on to staff level, senior or team lead, and then finally become a manager, and go higher, section manager. After section manager is director. After director is vice president. Okay. This is a number of years. It's typically example of it. It doesn't confine to this. Okay. If you are really talented, you will get shorter time frame to reach whatever milestone you wanted to. Okay. Okay. This is what we can see in applications development. This is what we do. Okay. We have resources. We design, develop, maintain worldwide applications. This is your entire SDLC that we do. Every programmer does SDLC cycle in NI. No change. Okay. And we have internal, external customers as well, and we have 95% projects of implementation with NI stuff. When we say external customers, it's sometimes it's more to infrastructure side that we have vendors working with infrastructure. For applications or software, not so much working with external customers. Okay, and these are the technologies that we are using. I myself is very involved with Oracle. ERP system that we use is Oracle e-business suite. Okay, and we have also ni.com. We have catalog, e-commerce advisors, etc. They are using Java, ni.com. and BI group as well, data warehouse. The last one is Java or Oracle front-end, Oracle databases. Most of, I would say 95% of databases used in NI is Oracle. Okay. Alright, this beautiful young lady is a programmer analyst in NI. You can see that, look at this bullet points, this is what she does. I want to tell you that the hiring model or the recruiting model that we are using is we hire 80% of fresh graduates out of school. Because we believe that we hire this big number of people every year. We will want, not to say every year, it all depends on headcount, but we pretty much follow this model every time when we do hiring. We want to make sure that you have career growth. Just imagine if you have been working with NI for 5 years, and I keep hiring managers or people with 10 years of experience. Your chances of getting career growth or grow further than what you are is very, very lean or very, very little. So if you look at the situation whereby if after 5 years I hire more new people, but those are from fresh out of school, fresh grad, you get a lot of opportunity to become team lead or maybe staff engineer, staff programmer, etc. That's what I mean by career growth. Okay, and you can read through yourself. Drive continuous improvements through process technology integration, and also we have a good mix of development and analysis. Means you are not only doing coding, but you actually have a great mixture of coding and analysis. Okay. The fun thing is the last two bullet, work on global teams. You get to talk to people who are from Austin, Hungary, exchange your idea or discussions, and then finally you have travel opportunities as well. I myself have traveled to Hungary for 5 times. BK, you have been to Austin? Yeah, I've never been to Austin, so you can check out with her how does Austin look like in the shop. Okay? Alright. Okay. These are the tools that typically what programmer analysts used. Okay? Web development, we have JSP, we have web services, and ERP is SOA. PLSQL is the major for Oracle databases. Okay? Alright, these are the technologies that we use. Like I mentioned before, you can look at the logo yourself. Okay, in a summary, what's the career development look like? You have career progression, like I mentioned, and you actually can choose to be rotated. Means if you are bored with what you are doing after 3 years or so, you can actually talk to your manager and say, hey, I want to change things. I want to do some other things. I want to do something else. That's totally fine. Alright? And also we have challenging work life. Means we actually assign things that it's fairly new and complicated for you to figure out. That's what we say you have very challenging stuff to work on. And you have quite a diversified of technology, and followed by international opportunity and great environment to work. Okay? Now, the next one is all about project management in NI. I have a question on my side for you to be won. The gift. Okay, who can tell me what are the major sites of IT development center? Thank you for answering the question. You got the shirt. Okay. I'm going to take a sip of water before I continue with project management methodologies. Alright. Is everyone still awake? I see already people walking out. Probably they have classes. That's what I thought. They have classes. That's fine. Okay. This is going to be a very industrialized kind of sharing. Please feel free to raise your hand if it doesn't make sense or it doesn't tally with what you study from your books. Okay? Alright. This is the project management methodologies that you used to see from books. Okay? First, SDLC, the methodology. And in NI, we pretty much follow the entire SDLC cycle. However, we have a release process. Our release process is quite unique in our way that we have CRPs. CRP means conference room pilot testing. Usually we have CRP 1, CRP 2, we have mock, we have go live, and finally is support. Why do we have so many rounds of testing? It is because we want to have a very solid or foolproof kind of solution that got deployed to the production. Okay? And I'll talk about the project manager role as well as change management. How do we handle change management? Change management means this world is not too ideal. So usually you deploy a project, there will be changes. Your end users come and tell you, hey, I need this change, I need this. But I still want this timeline to be met. How do you handle that? That's what I will talk to you in a short while. Okay. Alright. Thanks to BK, she helped me to prepare this wonderful slide, colorful slide. This is a software development life cycle that we used to do. Okay. Is this familiar to you, or do I need to recap this? This is familiar, right? I don't have to say anything. Okay. Should be. Dr. Zalinda said should be. Okay. Alright. This is more detailed, like what's analysis. You get the requirement, design. You design the whole piece of solution, and you figure out the technology that you want to use, and also you implement means you develop the coding. Oh, by the way, every one of you attend programming classes, or okay, what language do you use? You use them. Java, and what else? C++, PHP, that's all? ASP. ASP.NET is already almost EOL. Okay, alright. And then we have testing. Testing, we actually have unit testing, functional testing, and integrated testing. Also user acceptance test. Can you tell me what do you study from your book that tells you how many rounds of testing you need for your software development? You have black box testing, I forgot already, in the book. Black box testing, white box testing, I forgot what was it. So, we don't care whether it's white box or black box. This is what we do in NI. Okay? Unit testing, integration testing, and also functional testing. Usually functional testing is tested by the business analyst. Okay? Programmers you do, but sometimes you do not know so much of a functional knowledge that you have. For example, how does the business run? So you're going to go back to the business analyst and ask, hey, can you tell me how do I do the testing here? Okay? And finally is evolution. Evolution is, so after you deploy the software or system, you need to still maintain that, right? You should not abandon your users. Say, hey, goodbye, I'm done with this, and you're on your own. No, that shouldn't be. You should still have the maintenance cycle run. Okay? Alright. That's about books. Those are from books. How do we do in NI? Okay. It's kind of like a mixture of SDLC and Agile. Do y'all learn Agile in your lectures? Okay. So you know it's spiral, right? It keeps on going and going until you get the right answer. We do quite a fair bit of mixture of this. SDLC at the same time, you do Agile. Okay? Alright. Let's go back to, in more detail, requirements and analysis. So typically, the BAs will gather the requirements for you. And we will suggest that the earlier programmer involved in this, the better it is. because you get to know in detail what is going on before you actually started the coding. That's why we say the earlier the better. It doesn't mean that, oh, requirement that gathering is all about business analysts who does that. No, that's not the case. If you are not invited in the discussion, or if we are not invited, just like we came, we will request that, hey, can you include us in the discussion to further understand what is going on or what do you need to do, okay, before you even actually start to design technically. Okay? Alright. This is a very good bullet point that tells you a PA. PA means programmer analyst. Starting from now, I'm going to use acronyms. PAs means programmer analyst, BA means business analyst. Okay? PAs can help influence the system design. You can suggest, say, hey, this is not feasible from technical point. Why not we change this? Is this sufficient or is it efficient enough to help you to improve your business process? Okay? You can come up with, collaborate with better idea as well. Alright, design. Okay, this is where the PA and the BA should work closely. You tell the BA the feasibility of a technical piece, but at the same time, the BA should tell you whether is this something that meeting the requirement he or she gives you. Okay? In National Instruments, we seldom, we try not to say have just PA directly talk to the end users. We usually have BA involved in talking with the end users because we want to have both parties in sync. 3 parties, sorry. BA, PA, and end users. You should be in sync. Okay? And also, of course, during the design, it should be UI, program flow, validation alerts, etc., reports. And also, BA should actually go through BA design review. Means functional side, before they actually get confirmed, BAs should need to tell you, hey, this is signed off from the review. This means it's stamped, it's confirmed for the requirement. And at the same time for IT, it is responsible for PAs to do technical design review as well. Means you do the design and you actually present it to a board. We have a board member. For my side, I'm with manufacturing IT. I support manufacturing. So whenever we have new projects, we design it technically and we actually go through the design with a few people, more senior people, and show them, hey, this is what we suggest. Will it break something or is this a good design to go ahead? If you get a sign-off, means yes, you can start doing the coding already. Okay? Just one thing. Coding is not something that, oh, I look at it, I feel like doing this, I code this way. No. And also, it's not like something that the BA hand you something, say, oh, this is the specs, you need to work on this, and you start coding it. No, that's not the case. You should come back with analysis power that you analyze the specs, and you really understand it before you design and code it. Don't jump into coding straight away. Your solution is going to break entirely if you don't do design or reviews. Okay? Alright, this is implementation or development. Means development is done whereby you actually develop the solution based on the design phase outcome. Okay? And a very unique thing that I've seen in NI, it's a very good practice that we do code reviews. Means after you do the coding, you actually walk through line by line the code with a code reviewer. Anyone can be your code reviewer. It doesn't mean it has to be your boss or it has to be your seniors, etc. It can be your peers. Why do you need a code reviewer? Yeah? Say that again? No. Usually for code reviewers, we want to make sure that there's some checker point on what you write. Because usually if you are writing it, you will not realize what did you do wrongly. And usually you get a third party or whoever who is just beside you, say, hey, can you look at my code, help me check whether is the performance optimal enough or did I break something or will it break something. This is what we go by code reviewers. Okay? And the very last bullet point is very important. You need to gain feedback from BA and stakeholders during the development phase. Means another tips for you is that you can actually get the test cases from your BAs before you actually while you are doing the coding. Because when you get the test cases, when you code based on the test cases, that will give you a fabulous solution that it doesn't break. Okay? I wouldn't say it's not 100% foolproof, but I would say it's 80% foolproof enough. This will help you to catch a lot of loopholes while you are doing the code. Okay? Alright, testing. I don't know where did I get this Darth Vader picture, but alright, testing is very important here before you actually do the deployment or implementation. It's done by BA, basically. Of course, when BA is using it, testing it, you actually need to work closely with the BA if you are a PA to fix the bugs. If there are bugs, BAs will tell you, hey, this breaks. You need to fix it. Okay? That's where your unit testing, functional testing, integration testing, user acceptance test comes in. And that's why we have CRPs, so many rounds of testing. Okay? And the very last bullet point tells you that we are using Agile methodology. If the solution does not meet requirements or new requirements arise, and you got to redesign. That's a very bad thing if that happens. Okay, that's why I say when you are doing the code, please get the test cases from the BAs. That will help you to not going through the redesign. I can tell you that's not a fun process if you got to do redesign. Okay? Alright, implementation. This is the last piece of getting your project going live. Okay, implementation, you usually need to get a sign off and test before you actually implement it. Okay? Alright, release cycle. I will not go through all this, but I just want to let you know from CRP1, CRP2, until we have CRP, oh, there's CRP0, okay. CRP0, CRP1, CRP2, more. The condition of making changes is getting more and more stringent. Okay. CRP0, in short, you can do anything you like. If you know that things are not going right, you can change anytime. Project manager will not question you. CRP1, same thing, you can add new feature. Okay, because you already have quite a fair bit of field out of CRP0. You're after tested one round. Okay, and also the feature, and we pretty much do everything, new features and all that added in CRP1 that you can already have code freeze for CRP1. CRP2, you are not supposed to add new features anymore, unless there's bug fix. If you have new feature, usually we go through managers to get approvals. I usually do approvals for changes if CRP2 still has some feature changes. Okay, and mock, it's totally a freestyle box. You cannot do any changes. It's just a sanity test to make sure that things are going well. It doesn't break before go live. Okay, and finally it's go live. Okay, we have a quarterly go live process which is fairly complicated. You can ask Peking, she stays up late at work to verify her code when her code gets deployed to production. Because this is a global team that I told you, we have Austin, Hungary, and Penang, 3 big manufacturing sites. So the downtime is very critical. That usually Penang, we will go need to go to work at Sunday, 3 a.m. or something to verify the code. Because it's a global thing. It's a global thing. Don't worry, it's once in a quarter. If you are so lucky that your code gets deployed every quarter, then you get it. If not, it's just, I would say, once in the blue moon. It all depends on whether your project gets deployed for every quarter release or not. Okay? Alright, next one is maintain. Who likes documentation? I know everybody doesn't like documentation. It's a very boring thing, straight line. But if you don't do more documentation, what would you do with the support? There's no way for you to support your project or your go live deliverables. That's why we do documentation. And we do a lot of post go live support. Means after it goes live, it's still under warranty period. We actually support, the developers or the PAs will actually support it. And eventually we will pass to the operations team. We have all the functional areas, we have operations team to purely support the application that we deploy. So that's where we need to think about the transition to be passed over to the operations team for support. Okay? You might have service packs. Yeah, go ahead.
Or does that mean we need not to write documentation and next another team responsible?
No, we don't have technical writers.
We have, well,
Yes, yes. Even if you have technical writers, you got to teach the technical writers how to use your system before the documentation is done. So usually, I would say PAs are the ones that the best people or the best bunch of people to write documentation, because you write the piece of code, you know every in and out. Okay. I know it's a boring task, but you are a PA, you should carry out your duty. Okay, and then there will be service packs as well. Usually, even you buy Windows that just now the laptop got updated. So you have a lot of service packs. So if during the go live you see there's lack of features, your PAs will tell you, hey, I think I missed this during the go live. I forgot to tell you this. So you got to figure out what would you want to do with new enhancements. Is it a new cycle, or is it something that you want to put it as a minor patches, or what? We have OOCs, we call it out of cycle. It's every week. Every week you are allowed to deploy your code to the production. Okay, this is not a big cycle, so it's usually we do it for minor stuff. Alright, who wants to be a project manager in 5 years' time? That's very nice to see a show of hands. Alright, this is the role of project manager. Set timeline, manage resources, and serve as the face of project to stakeholders, clear the roadblocks, drive progress and risk mitigation. What do you think is the most challenging part of all? For me, what was it? Number 3? Yeah. I heard quite a fair bit of feedback on communications. I would say yes. Reason why is if you are working in a global organization, you have so many sites. When you change something on one site, do you think that you need to inform some other people? So it's not to say every time you give a green light. Usually PAs come to me and say, hey PL, users want this, I need to change. Let me go and change. You should, if you are a good project manager, you should ask the second question. Have you communicated this to Hungary or Austin? Are they aware of this? Do they want this change? So, communication is a big piece. Okay? It takes a long while for you to master that. Alright. This is what we call firefighting of a project manager. When things go wrong, what do you do? This is actually what I've gone through. And okay, if let's say it's a change of scope, alright, people come and tell you, oh, I need this. And after you do, the PAs actually underestimate the complexity. Oops, and then you figure out, oops, I cannot deliver with these 10 specs. So you got to think about, if let's say the business, they still want to stick onto the timeline, you need to train it, you need to train the feature. Means out of 10, you probably might just want to deliver 8. And the next 2, probably you might want to deploy it during OOCs, service specs. Okay, you got to prioritize that to know what are the most important stuff for you to deliver first for the go live. Okay, and then next one, if let's say they still want the 10 specs to be deployed to production, you might want to consider to add resources with the timeline. Alright, and also, or if the business can wait, this is the best, this is the ideal, you can push out the timeline. But usually it's very unlikely. Okay? Alright. Okay. How do you make your project manager like you? This is a typical American word. Okay, so communicate your progress. Just tell your boss, hey, this is where I am. Or even tell them, say, the second bullet tells you if you foresee problem, say, hey, if I do this, it will actually jeopardize some other areas. Please voice out as early as possible. Don't wait until things are really out of hand, then only you say, hey boss, I think I cannot deliver because I overlooked this 1 month ago and I forgot to tell you. That's not right. You should communicate. Alright, and also you plan in detail your own activities. Set a timeline for yourself to track progress. It doesn't mean when you code, you just code blindly according to what you want. You should prioritize. You should know what are the specs or requirements that is the most important one, then you code it first. Usually when we say we code the core first. Core means the engine. If you have the engine working, means you can go on, you test it properly, and then you can go on, we have some cosmetic stuff. Cosmetic stuff meaning, I give you an example, like a form. You want to change the text box from 255 characters, now you want to change to 500 characters. That's cosmetic. It's not a big deal at all. Okay, you want to switch the position of the button. That one you can change later. But when I'm talking about the core, means you have a form, approval process. You should work on the approval process first. Okay, you get what I mean? All right. And then be active in analysis and design process. Give your thoughts. Always voice up your ideas or opinions. It doesn't mean everything your BAs tell you is correct. They are also human beings. They might not be able to tell you everything which is 100% correct. So you got to question them back. Hey, you think this is workable or not? Have you ever thought of this? What is the pros and cons of doing this? You should ask questions. You always must remember, oh, this is a horrible thing. Don't be a code monkey. Okay? Don't be a code monkey. Your job is not to code only. Your job is to do analysis plus coding. Alright? Okay. You have seen me talking enough. Now your super senior will talk to you. How does it feel like working in NI? Thank you for your attention.
Okay, good morning everyone. Louder please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Alright. I'm here to share a little bit about my experience with NI. Okay. I was actually graduated from UKM in year 2011, which is 4 to 5 years ago. And then I saw there's an position open in the job street posted by NI, and so I applied for it. And so luckily I got my first job offer from National Instruments and joined them as an entry programmer analyst. Okay. And after 1.5 years, I have been promoted to the staff programmer analyst. Throughout these 3 years, I've been assigned to one of the IT team in our IT department, which is the R&D IT team. I'll talk a little bit more about R&D in the next slide. R&D IT is a global team that help to design and deliver technology solutions to improve the efficiency of our research and development department. Okay, it's a global team, so we have a group in the US and another team from Malaysia. There are 10 of them from the US and 8 of us from Malaysia. We sometimes have to travel across the region based on the project's needs or some business needs. Okay, this shows my exposure in NI. When I first joined NI, I've been exposed to different applications which is supported by R&D IT team, and also some technologies that we are using in the team. As you can see here, we have highly using Oracle as our ERP system. For R&D department, they actually use the Oracle to track their project and also to fill in their time card, their working hour into this Oracle system. And then we have Oracle Apex applications, Lotus Notes databases. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about this database. Did they learn about this? Yes? Okay. And then we also support the project portfolio management that provided by HP. The technologies and languages that we are using includes Java, which you guys are learning in the school, Lotus Script, and the formula language that we are using in the Lotus Notes databases development, JavaScript, OAF personalization and customization in Oracle, Oracle workflow, and the most important one is the PL SQL and mod PL SQL. Okay. Please raise up your hand if you have any questions to me so that I can answer you on the spot. Alright? Okay, after I learn and get familiar with all these applications and technologies, I start to take up more responsibility in the team and outside of my R&D IT team. Okay, I work as the gatekeeper of this operation support team. The role of the gatekeeper is to keep on monitor our incoming requests from our users and then assign it to the correct person in the team. For example, the subject matter expert. Okay. For example, today I have a request coming from the R&D users that they need some changes or bug fix in the Oracle. I have to assign it to the correct person, which is to myself. Okay. And then after that, Bia has mentioned about the quarterly release process. I've been taking part in this and work as a quarterly release coordinator. The job as a quarterly release coordinator is not just meeting with the team members, getting the release items that they have, but we also have to communicate all the release items that we have to the release core team. For example, the database administrator team, so that they can help us when we face any issues during the go live. Okay. And then I become the mentor for our new hire in the team. The job for a mentor is to plan out the training schedule for the newcomer, help to train them out, provide guidance whenever they need. For example, I have a mentee in the team. Okay, he's working on some continuous improvement item or smaller scale project, and he needs some advice in some areas, for example, Oracle, since he's not familiar with it and just joined the team. And then I have to train him up, provide documentations that I've created before based on my experience, and then teach him the whole development and then the deployment process. Okay. Besides of taking up more responsibilities in the team, I also involved in one of our charity group in NI Penang. The name of this charity group is the NI Give Penang Team. This is actually a volunteer group that helps to organize community services program and also environmental protection campaign. Okay, and after that, I've requested to. Actually, I myself request to join this IT recruiting team to learn more about the recruiting process. So, okay. After some time, I become the subject matter expert, mainly in Oracle. The modules that I become the go-to person is the Oracle Time and Label and also the Oracle Project module. Okay. While I'm supporting these Oracle modules, I get a chance to learn more skills, which is I own these OAF personalization skills and become the go-to person in my team. Okay. As a PA, like BL mentioned just now in the previous slides, we are not just doing coding. We help to analyze the requirements that gathered by our business analysts. So sometimes business analysts might be wrong, so we need to provide advice, the professional advice that whether this item is feasible or it's not feasible. And then after that, we can start the design, the solution design, and then do the design, review, continue with the code development, deployment, and support. And of course, the documentation. I know everyone will feel that doing documentation is a boring task, but seriously, I enjoy doing it. Because if you think further, if you think for a long term, you can actually know that your documentation will be used by other newcomers. You actually create some value to your company in training up the newcomers, the new hires. Okay, and then when they look at the documentation, they will see, oh, this documentation is a really good documentation, and then they will look at the author's name, and that's how you build your visibility, right? Okay, and then and after some times, when I'm working as an operation support team member, I actually work on the daily support, not just like configuration, fixing small bug, but we also work on some continuous improvement item. How to say, the continuous improvement items is actually a small scale project where you actually have to go through the quarterly release or the out of cycle release to get your things go to the production. So after some time working on the operation support team, you'll get chance to work on the bigger scale project. For example, here I get opportunity to work on the Oracle Fusion HCM integration. HCM is the Human Capital Management System. Okay, NI has around 60 branches worldwide. So in order to put the international employees data, the global international employees data into a single system, we have decided to purchase this Oracle Fusion HCM and install employees data into the cloud system. Okay, and that's why I work as an integration team. My role is to make sure that all the applications and modules for R&D department remain as is and it's not break down. Okay. In this project, I've spent about more than half year and about 1 year to complete it because it involved many different teams. For example, here the main project team is the HR IT team, the team that support the HR system. And then we are the integration team who help them to make sure that the data is not break, everything is migrated correctly in our own area. So this project actually goes through 4 CRP cycle, which is a CRP 0, 1, 2, 3. And then we go to the mock, and after that go live. So it takes a very long time. And we are not, one of the big challenges here is we are not able to complete the CRP 0, 1, 2 testing because there are some data integration needed from the other team and they have no bandwidth to work on it. So during the CRP 3 system, I traveled to the US for 2 weeks to work on the CRP 3. I've been there not for personal vacation. I go there to work every day, but not too tough. Work like actual working time, usual working time from 8 to 5. So please don't think that I fly there. It's a very tough work. And then after that, I actually work on another Oracle project enhancement, which is a new product revenue. This project is it requires some changes to the existing Oracle module. So I got a chance to apply the OAF personalization and customization knowledge that I gained before into this project. Okay. In this project, we try to provide a tools that help to track the project forecast and then help to measure the R&D investment and the return on investment so that the management level can get the report and then decide which product we should continue to work on and which one we should stop because the return on investment is too low. Okay. So far, do you have any question? Yes?
For those language and technology part, may I know which does this technology applies to what kind of products?
Okay, so in Java, actually, it's an Oracle. The Oracle can programs are developed using Java.
I mean, why we use Java? Like we use Java to build application, then why we use Lotus, why we use formula language?
Oh, for Lotus scripts and formula language is actually for our Lotus Notes databases. So they are different applications. Our R&D department actually using different applications to keep track of their program. Like for example, in the Lotus Notes databases, we have like quality audit database, we have project attachment database, we have international time card in there. While for Oracle, we have Oracle Project, Oracle Time and Label. What's the difference between the Oracle Time and Label and international timekeeping is the international employees are viewing the international timekeeping database in Lotus Notes. And then for the US employees, they will use the Oracle Time and Label. This is because their HR data is sitting in the different databases. Okay, did I answer your question? And any other questions? All right, can I proceed? Okay, I've been with NI for almost 4 years. You might wonder that what are the things that actually motivates me to go to work every day? Because I stay in town, but Umang or by the bus is actually far from my house, and I have to go through traffic jam every day in the morning. Okay. One thing that motivates me is the flexibility at work. Okay. Flexible doesn't mean that you don't have to go to work. You still have to go to work, but the time is a bit flexible that you can get in late and go home late, or the other way. Okay. And then it helps me to maintain my work-life balance. Okay. I like the challenges in work. Every day, I'm presented with different challenges and situations. For example, like when I go to the office, I open my email and I see that there's a bunch of emails in my mailbox with a lot of changes and some ad hoc requests. I won't feel it's very annoying, but I take it as a challenges that give me an opportunity to learn new skills. So there will be learning opportunities provided in NI. Either it's official or formal learning, training opportunities, or our IT department actually has a monthly technical sharing session. So you will get a chance to learn some skills and knowledges from the other team members. Maybe from the peers, from the infrastructure team, from the administrator team, okay? I feel myself is trusted. I love the aspect that a job is given to me and I'm left alone to work on it. I can be creative as I can in the solution design, and nobody will actually micromanage you. Your manager won't come to you and ask, how's the progress today? What code you have developed today? Okay? But don't forget to do the code review with your code reviewer. Okay, I love the culture and environment. It's fun, I would say. And then the people there is wonderful. It's just like a family atmosphere. Okay? Everyone are friends. Okay? And then the employees in NI is appreciated and recognized. Okay? The managers will put us in the correct position in order to maximize our strength. Like what BL said just now, that the manager will try to give you more challenges work to help you to grow. And I would think it's a way of recognize you. They feel that you are capable to work on more challenges work, so they give it to you. So take the challenge and work on it. You will learn more. Okay? And then I think I'm treated as an important member in the team, as our managers will ask for our ideas and feedbacks frequently. And then I actually encourage growth. Okay? Manager encourages to learn more and grow ourselves. And our, like I say, my job expectation is communicated clearly. So I won't have any surprise in my career. Okay? I will know when am I get promoted, what's wrong with me, what should I improve, okay? They will give us a chance to make some improvement. They won't give you any surprise. Okay, it's time to look at the pictures. So, these are some fun events that we have organized in our IT department or IT team. Usually we will have quarterly birthday celebrations with the team members in a group, and then we will have some celebrations for the festive season. Go out for the laser tag. We have, what else? What else? We have pastries making class, all this. Okay. Yeah, we had Halloween party as well that everyone dressed up. Based on their creativity, you can see that's what Luigi and what they call Mario. Yeah, Mario. And then the flower, that's evil. Alright. And then I've mentioned just now that we have a charity team that helped to organize some community services. We went to the orphanage home, have interaction with the orphans, and then we clean up the beach. We have mangrove tree planting that helps to maintain our ecosystem and all this. We have donation drive for the victims in the flood or the earthquake. Okay? Okay, anyone can tell me what's the name of this charity group? Yeah, please raise up your hand so that we know. Yes? Yes, correct. Yeah, the ladies in pink color shirt. Alright, another question that I have for the previous slides. Can anyone give me 2 points how to make your boss love you? Yeah, your project manager, sorry. It's not. Yeah, project manager or your boss. How to make them love you? Yes? Yeah, the next one. Okay, when should you communicate the problem? Alright, okay. Acceptable. So, alright, now it's the Q&A session. Do you guys have any questions for National Instruments or ourselves? Yes? You mean before joining the company? No, we don't have. After you join the company, you'll be assigned to an IT team, and the team will actually taking care of all your training. Yes. Anything else? Then, all right. Thank you for your time. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll answer on behalf of, this is a managerial question. We do have, so if you are with NI and if you would like to pursue masters or any postgraduate studies, yes, we do support you, but we do a bond with you. I'm not sure how long the bond is. You're going to check with, I can check with the HR, but if you're interested, but yes, we have.
All right. Any other questions? If don't have, then I think we can close this session. Okay. Thank you for your time today, and thanks for giving us an opportunity to come over and give some talk. For those who wants to submit your resumes on the spot, you can submit it to me. We'll screen through your resumes and then we'll contact you after we went back to Penang.
All right. Anyone else has any resumes to be submitted to us? We will be here until end of the day. Second session is with the lecturers, but we will be here before lunch, I would say, to talk to you. And if you have any, and if you want to grab the time talking to us now, you can come forward. Okay. Peking is trying to get through the website to give you the email address for those who do not have a hard copy to be submitted. We apologize that we forgot to put the email address in the slide. We forgot to tell you. I actually don't foresee that you bring your resumes to be here. But I thank you for your participation. This is a very enjoyable session. Do you all think that this is something that is informative to you enough? Yes. Cool. Then we can come next time. All of you are final year students, are you? Yes. That's nice. I wish you all the very best. Hopefully you can be a project manager 3 to 5 years down the road. And those who want to be a great entrepreneur of this world, very good luck to you that you can start up your own business. Those who want to be a PA, come to us and we welcome you. Thank you very much. Okay, we will be here, so come forward and submit your resume. And if BK can't get it now, she will forward the email address to Dr. Zalinda. She will send to you. Feel free to send to us. Okay? Thank you very much.
Baiklah, terima kasih diucapkan kepada Miss BLB dan Miss B. King Tok di atas ucapan beliau sebentar tadi. Semoga pengisian yang diberikan dapat memberi manfaat dan membuka minda kita semua yang lebih luas lagi sebelum melangkah ke alam pekerjaan. Baiklah, tanpa buang masa, dijemput Prof. Maria Dr. Zalinda Osman untuk naik ke pentas semula bagi menyampaikan cenderamata. jemput wakil daripada NI untuk menerima sedikit senyumata daripada kami. Terima kasih diucapkan. Hadirin dan hadirat sekalian, majlis sudah sampai ke penghujungnya. Terima kasih diucapkan kepada hadirin semua kerana sudah hadir pada hari ini. Dan seterusnya pihak majlis mempersilakan Prof. Dr. Zalinda Osman, Miss Bialba and Miss Bilkin untuk menikmati jamuan yang disediakan. Okay. Thank you.
Untuk pelajar kita ada kuih dengan minum kat luar tu, ya, cukuplah. Ya. So untuk interview session, siapa yang saya call semalam, so bersedia di bilik perbincang discussion room ya, depan pusat sumber. Siapa yang ada CV pun boleh just tunggu di situ daripada around this time sampai lunch hour ya. Okay, terima kasih semua ya.